Dairy is the most unnatural foods that human beings consume because dairy milk is meant to be consumed by baby mammals. And nowhere and in any form or fashion did nature ever intend that one species should be consuming the milk or mammary secretions of another species. And again, dairy foods have been shown to increase risk for breast cancer and also prostate cancer. And as an African American male, that's something that I am extremely concerned about because prostate cancer is much higher in and much more prevalent in African Americans than it is Caucasian Americans. And once an African American male develops prostate cancer, he's more than twice as likely to die from it relative to his white counterparts. It's a much more deadly disease in us. And dairy foods are a primary risk factor for the development of prostate cancer. So they should absolutely be avoided. But it's also important for women to avoid dairy foods because milk is derived from pregnant cows, which means that these cows' systems and their milk are full of estrogens and other hormones that when women ingest them, increase their risk for hormone-related cancers as well.
So why does the US government recommend dairy then?
It's all marketing. They recommend dairy because the dairy lobby lobbies them to encourage it. But there's literally no physiologic reason, there's no scientific reason, because all of the research and that has been done on looking at the so-called benefits of consuming dairy have shown that dairy foods do not build stronger bones. In the Harvard Nurses Health Study, the women who ate the most dairy foods had the highest risk, or the women who drank the most milk had the highest risk of hip fracture. If you look worldwide, those nations that consume the most dairy foods also have the highest incidence of osteoporosis. So dairy foods have never been shown to protect one against anyone against osteoporosis. They've never been shown to help build stronger bones. So the idea that dairy foods are a good way to get your calcium is completely wrong. It is marketing. It's not science. And I've heard people say, well, milk has phosphorus and magnesium and other nutrients in it. And I tell them, drinking milk for the nutrients is like inhaling cigarette smoke for the oxygen. It's not a good idea.